Make sure to watch this story until the very end. Nothing is what it seems. The final revelation will change everything you thought you knew. You won't want to miss a second of this chilling journey. Chapter 1. The Inheritance. It all began with a letter. A rusted mailbox clinging to the front of my crumbling apartment spat out a thick cream envelope with no return address. Inside was a will. My aunt, Lorraine, had passed away and left me her home. A massive Victorian house far from the city, nestled somewhere in the dead heart of nowhere. I hadn't seen Lorraine since I was a kid. My mother used to say she was sensitive, the kind of woman who heard voices in wallpaper and claimed dolls could blink. We never visited after the incident with the mirror. I was too young to remember it clearly, but I knew something bad had happened. Still, the idea of owning a house, especially one of that size, was a godsend. I packed a weekend bag, got in my car and headed out. I was planning to assess it, maybe clean up, and eventually sell it. But I never left. Not really. Chapter 2. A house that watches. From the outside, the house looked like something from a Gothic painting. Iron gates, overgrown hedges, peeling blue-gray paint. The moment I stepped onto the porch, I felt watched. I told myself it was just the age of the place. Old houses creak and moan like they're trying to speak, but inside it felt alive. The living room was filled with antique dolls. Hundreds of them. Staring glassy-eyed, lined up on shelves, perched on sofas. Some were cracked, others missing eyes or limbs. I hated them immediately. There was a mirror in the hallway that I recognized. It had once been in my grandmother's house, ornate and rimmed with curling brass. But the reflection wasn't right. It lagged like a slow video feed. Moved. My reflection hesitated. Upstairs, the master bedroom was just as eerie. The bed was covered in plastic wrap. A single rocking chair faced the window, moving gently as if someone had just left it. That night I tried to sleep. The dolls whispered, or maybe the wind did. Either way, I didn't rest. Chapter 3. Visitors in the walls. The noises started the second night. Knocking, scraping, sometimes high-pitched giggling. I thought it might be raccoons, maybe rats. Then I saw the hand. It reached from behind the wallpaper in the hallway, pressing through the floral design like the paper was water. Thin fingers, filthy nails. It vanished when I screamed. I tore back the wallpaper, found nothing but plaster. But something was in the walls. I could hear it scurrying. I began to wonder if Lorraine had heard the same thing. If the house had driven her mad. Or maybe she wasn't mad. Maybe she was warning us. The next morning, I found a message etched into the mirror. She's not dead. Lorraine. Or someone else. Chapter 4. The trunk in the cellar. I found the cellar on the third day. The door had been nailed shut from the inside. I pried it open with a crowbar I found in the garage. It smelled of earth and rot. The bulb hanging from the ceiling flickered weakly. At the far end of the room was a large, iron-banded trunk. Opened it. Inside were dresses. Child-sized, frilly, yellowed with age. And underneath them bones. Not animal bones. Human. Mull. Something skittered across the floor behind me. I spun around and saw a shape dart through the shadows. Tall, lanky, wearing a mask. I screamed and ran. I locked the cellar. Nailed it shut again. I didn't call the police. I don't know why. Something told me it would only get worse if I did. Chapter 5. The Mannequins. The attic was filled with mannequins. Some were dressed like children, others like brides. Most had their faces scratched off. One had a mirror in place of a head. They were posed like a family portrait. In the center was a small chair. Throne. A voice whispered, "Sit." I backed away, but the mannequins moved. I swear they turned to face me. I tripped on the stairs trying to escape. That night they were in my room, standing in the corners. I don't know how they got in. I slept in the closet. Chapter 6. Lorraine's Diary. I found Lorraine's diary tucked behind a loose panel in the bookshelf. The entries began sane. Accounts of daily life, gardening notes, shopping lists. Then, slowly, they descended into paranoia. She spoke of the doll maker, a being who lived in the walls and fed on fear. She wrote of rituals, of offering dolls to keep it asleep. She wrote that she had made a deal. The last entry read, "I am not myself. If you find this, it's too late." Then there were pages written in a different hand. Scrawled manic. They described me, said my name, described my face. I hadn't written them. Chapter 7, The Doll Maker. I met it on the 7th night. I woke to the sound of singing. A lullaby coming from the hallway. I followed it, like a fool, down into the living room. It was sitting on the couch. Not a person. Not a ghost. Something in between. It had a mask made of porcelain shards, and long, dripping fingers. Held a doll that looked exactly like me. "You're mine now," it said in a child's voice. I screamed. Vanished. But I felt something leave with it. Some part of me. Like it had peeled off a layer of my soul. I haven't seen myself in the mirror since. Chapter 8. Escape. I tried to run. I packed what I could, got in my car. The driveway stretched endlessly. No matter how long I drove, the house stayed in my rearview mirror. Eventually the car ran out of gas. I walked for miles. Came upon a gas station. The clerk blinked at me, confused. Said I had just been there 5 minutes ago. He handed me a receipt. It had yesterday's date. And my signature. I was losing time. Or looping. Or never really left. I went back to the house. What else could I do? Chapter 9. Becoming. The house no longer hides things from me. It whispers in my ear now. Even when I'm not near the walls. The dolls move openly. The mannequins have names. I sleep in the attic. Sometimes I think I'm Lorraine. Sometimes I think Lorraine is still here, using my hands, guiding me. I write things I don't remember writing. My reflection blinks when I don't. And the doll maker visits every night. It brings me more pieces, more dolls, more parts of who I used to be. Soon I think I'll be perfect, just like the others. Chapter 10. The end that isn't. If you're watching this, hearing this, whatever form this story took to reach you, please understand this. I'm still here. The house exists, waits, feeds. You may drive past it someday. You may hear about it in whispers or dreams. But if you see it, don't go in. Don't even slow down. Needs new stories, new dolls, and you'd be perfect. Tell someone, anyone. Share this. Keep it alive. It's the only way we escape. Even if we never really do. If this story chilled you to the bone, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Activate the notifications so you don't miss our next horror tale. Give the video a like to support the channel. Leave a comment to tell us what you think or share your own scary experience. And don't forget to share the video with your friends so they too can face the nightmare.